say, and there are different levels to it. One, okay, people just died, people were just killed. You now saunter in as the commander in chief. One, you say, you people don't have light in your airport. I'm like, wait, wait. This is not a foreign country. This is the country where you are in charge. What do you mean by you people don't have light? What
Well,
does this mean? Do you know that it's your government that is supposed to put lights in this airport? Are you aware of that? Maybe I don't think he understands because they say there's some people say, oh, when people get to a certain age, they don't have any filter. They just say whatever comes to their mind. It's
yeah,
like,
maybe he's at that age.
no,
But
yeah,
that nobody
and I'm
cares.
sure that's why nobody cares, and I'm sure that's why his handlers keep him away from live microphones because this kind of thing cannot be tumbling out of your mouth. I mean, if you go abroad and you say this kind of thing, they'd be like, what? So that's number one. They say you people don't have light in the airport. I was like, you people? Who is you people? This is not a foreign country. Okay, I can only spend 10 minutes because I have to zoom out. I'm like,
I'm telling you
what?
though, I'm like, when I saw that part, like,
I'm like, what? What am I? I'm shaving my ear. They pay me. What's going on here? How can you? How can? It's something that kind of talk you reserve it for maybe somebody's doing a party and you say, ah, guys, I'm here. I can only stay 10 minutes. I gotta bounce because
it's an
not when
informal
you come
setting.
to exact not when you say you're in charge of this place. People have died because you've not done your job. You can't stay because you didn't do your job and there's no light. And then you brought them, and the most nauseating part, one of the most, the people who were clapping there. I don't, I don't, I don't, you see,
Niger matter. I don't know what it is with us.
Nigeria has been
We're
whack for,
cowards.
Nigeria has
Well,
been whack for
the
a
level of
long
hate
time. But
is so much, man. It's not it's
no, Nigeria has been whack for a long time, but this takes the cake. This one. And what some of the Plateau elders were saying, oh, they say, oh,
they've
um,
gotten the bag now, so they don't. You see, that's the thing with Nigerians. Once you get a small bag, you get a small bag, and we're still talking about Judas. I tell you
nah,
something interesting.
Judas will be like, come, I didn't do anything. Though.
You
What
know,
did happen now? What did they,
I was
when I know
talking
they see
about
it in
Judas.
your call for day, when I know they see it in your call down there, because
Selling
and
your
it's
people out for
when you pull yourself out of that room and you hear some of the things people are saying, someone like Cubana chief priest, he said, ah, they did it to embarrass the president on his birthday. I'm like, I said they killed us. I'm like, is this guy all right? Is there something wrong with that? I
but
know
now
Eluch once said something, and he said when you're a certain size, your brain can't be working too, but when you eat too much, your brain can't you can't your brain power will go down because all you're thinking about is just eating. I was like, you can't say that about plus size food, but this is crazy work. That guy,
the thing is, yeah,
I don't know.
that Cubana chief priest guy, because what are we going to even say about this Bola Tinubu stuff? Listen, you came 10 minutes, you were out. So the whole turnaround you did was about 30 minutes. You know, you came in, aircraft taxi, gather these people, talk to them. And so in 30 minutes, you came to Jos and you left for a place where there was a massacre, right? Now you even have the law enforcement against the young people that say, okay, they are going to defend themselves. I don't know if they've released them, but it doesn't make any sense. And you have someone like Chief Priest. He went to IMSU, did a rally in IMSU, they did a program, and these boys came out, these boys and girls came out hailing him. So where do you even start from? Saying, oh, he's going to give a scholarship of 1 million to 10 people or something like that. And they were hailing him. I'm like, this is someone that you would throw rocks at. Because
The,
now this
the,
sort of person, he's on the podium. You people will storm the podium and you will tear him to pieces. But no, you're hailing him. And he's
the, the,
giving,
the,
oh man,
the problem with Nigeria is
who's going to bail the cat?
no, 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 no. Poverty of the pockets and poverty of the mind. And both of them are deep seated. So now in Nigeria, because of how poor people are, pocket wise, their minds have now been impoverished to a certain degree that people don't care how that money comes. I really don't care. If you like, be catching children and eating them raw, like in the presence of everybody. So if as long as that brings you money, people don't care. As long as it brings you money and you have money to spread around, people don't care. People be like, you do your own, zero. And it's like, and I don't know how we got to this place. And it's going to
Wait,
take,
now we got steadily, steadily,
yeah,
steadily,
yeah,
because
it's a
yeah,
gradual, it's going to take,
nah, it's
wow.
the only way we're gonna come out of this cesspit is by military dictatorship, like what's happening in the AES. That is the only way sanity will come to this Obudu that we're talking about because
The problem is the
yeah,
military people are not
even as
isolated
bad.
from this.
Well, true, but that's the thing. Until okay, look at AES, right?
Mhm.
Look at AES. They've been at this for so long until three young men said, you know what, to hell with this stuff. We ain't do this. Anyway, not young though. The youngest is 35, or should be now
They're
30.
young, no?
Yeah, the other ones are. But three guys, Goita, Tiani, and Traore. So if barring stuff like that, Nigeria is not going back to who is the person that wants to take it back? Is it this one that we don't know what an opposition is and they don't know what they are doing, or who wants to do that?
So the opposition thing, it
Uh,
boils down to people, poverty of the mind and pocket.
mhm.
So all of you decide, oh, look, this country is effed. We have to do something. We have to do something. They just look. Yeah,
Ain't
okay.
right.
There are 10 of you. There are 10 of you. No, 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 no. There are 10 of you there. I say, I'm talking about the leaders. There are 10 of you. Okay. Uh, we hit 10 of you, 10 different messages. Look, yeah, we know. See, we got a bag for you. Two bills each. Some people out of those 10 leaders will say, no, take your two bills. We want this Nigeria to be great. Ah, one or two will say, I'll have that. And from inside, we'll scatter this opposition vehicle. So, so there you have it, which is what's happening with all these political parties. So even on the next thing, one person says no, it's fomenting trouble, it's talking, say this no. And what can you do? And the government will be like, not us, it's him, it's your guy that is doing it. And so yeah, well, they have what's the word?
They
Perfected the divide and conquer thingy. Um, yeah, and because people are so poor, even people who are rich are so poor in their minds. They're like, look, man, because this is their work. This is like I said, the same way people go to their tailors. This
yep.
is all those guys know politics. That's what we do. They're not. Yeah, it's not like they have day jobs or things that they're doing. No, politics is where I feed from. So if I'm a politician and that's all I'm doing. And then you say, oh, we'll give you a big bag to scatter this political party. I'll do it now because that's all I know. This is my job. They just
True.
pay me for my work. And so, yeah. So, as long as you have people like that poor in their minds, poor in their spirit, the people, the masses are poor. They are happy for rice, beans, t-shirts, oil. Hey, the circus will keep going, and you can't
Yep.
blame. I'm talking about the masses, though. You can't blame them. I think, hey, it's hard to tell a person who doesn't know where the next meal will come from that he should reject rice. You say, "Ah, oh boy, do you know what you're saying? Are you being for real here? I should reject.
Yeah.
So telling them to reject is not the thing, but telling them collect it and vote, telling them
Yeah,
to
that's
collect it and the reason why they are in such penury, that they are there because these people who are offering you this rice have done this, that, making you this way, that's making the place insecure. You have to add that part too. Say, no, take the rice, but the reason why you need this rice is because those guys have not done their jobs. That's why you're in this state you are. And if you people, if they have any sense, they'll be like, and so what do we do? You need to get rid of them. Take the rice, but make sure on election day you vote them out. If they buy the story, oh well and good. If they don't,
oh,
hey,
that's a good tactic actually. That
oh no,
is
you have to tell
that's
them.
a
You
good
can't tell
tactic.
them not to take the rice. It
Yeah,
doesn't make
true.
any sense.
Yeah.
But
Because
these people
it's
are
their
these people
money
have
anyway.
next to nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, and these people have next to nothing. Imagine taking rice to people who got shot up in Jos, and you say, oh, "Don't take it." They've killed the breadwinner and say, "Don't take it," because my friend,
True.
do you know what
True.
you're talking about? Have you seen where we live? Have you seen we don't have anything to eat or drink? So yeah, and
Yeah, I think that would actually be better way to approach this.
no,
Better
they,
way
they
to
have to take
approach
it, but you have
this.
to tell them why they are in the predicament they are in and what they can do to get out of that predicament. Just telling them don't take the rice is
So
mm,
that's actually gonna be the best way. Take the rice, try and educate them. Yeah, okay, there she is. She couldn't sneak in. We
no. At the bottom of
couldn't
the
sneak
page, I
in.
can see three dots,
I
so I know
can't
where
can't
I know that
can't
she's here
sneak
now.
in. Uh,
Ah, how
Yeah.
did you catch me? I'm sorry,
uh,
bro. Yes, I had that view that went longer than necessary.
that's
It's
not a
fine.
problem.
It's fine.
No problem.
No, no, no. It's fine means it's fine. You pay a fine. That's what I mean.
How much
You
is this? How much is money? It's nothing.
money in
How
our
much
tab.
money na
It's-
water, money na water.
If I see that guy,
Clock it says
oh my God,
Okay.
I really clock
God,
it.
it
Why did
says
you play this one?
clock it says clock
Why
it.
you okay? I know there's a difference between and this.
What and what
No, I do not know, but I do know.
Oh, there is a difference. So I think this is
between?
clock it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
This like so if you're using this
So
and this,
thumb and index, clock it, yeah. Then thumb
yeah.
Okay.
and middle finger as well.
I can't even
Uh-uh.
remember. I did finish or clear or something. I'm serious. So
Oh,
apparently there's a difference.
periods.
They have to teach me. Period. Is it period?
Yes, period. Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every day is a school
Google
day,
me.
so
Google me. I have to be learning this. And that's how I know I'm old.
every day, every,
Uh,
the thing comes for everybody. And these younger ones, they don't have any mercy. They just be
uh,
forming new things at the speed of light and thinking somebody can keep. I
she
can't
she
But
keep
this
up.
is how our parents were
Sorry.
complaining, when we were
So
doing
For real,
we're,
for real,
different
for real,
things.
for real, for real.
we're talking with somebody yesterday, and he says, "Why do people say waiting the soap?
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, waiting is
yeah,
something. Yeah.
waiting the soap." Say, how would they be saying waiting the soap? Say, what's happened to WhatsApp? Say, oh,
Oh no,
you
we've
the
left that one in
wine.
the past.
You say, I mean, the
Oh,
wine.
yeah.
You say the vex. I say, it shows the people you'll be rolling with, man. It just shows the people you're rolling with.
Update. Update to Wally. Update, yeah.
when I knew there was trouble was when Peep It became old. Is Deep It,
I,
Deep. I'm like,
I don't
Keep
understand.
it
It's
what?
not
never see
deep
so.
it.
Uh, oh, you can't. You know how you say, see, peep that stuff now. Deep that
Oh,
stuff now.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like, deep it. What do you mean by deep
Maybe
it?
it's a JD thing. Oh, but then again, yeah, it's a
No, that's
No,
JD
not
thing.
even a, that's not
no,
even a, that's
no,
not
no, no,
yeah.
no,
Are
no,
you
no.
serious?
Deep. I was like, deep. I thought, I was like, deep it. It doesn't even make. What do you mean by? God,
You're trying to make
sorry, you.
sense of it. No, that you're showing your
No, you just
age.
forget, just
Well,
forget
I'll
to
tell you, once you
either
just kind of
allow
make
it.
sense of it, they're like, oh,
So
that's
you're
Let me tell
showing
you,
your
let
age,
me tell you when
fam.
me I realized there's actually a problem. So when you're using like AI tools like Claude, it will tell you flapper sticking, stick beating. I'm like, what like when you
what?
ask it a question and it's
Yeah.
thinking, instead of saying thinking, it will be like stick beating or flapper gas something really ridiculous. Like obviously these Gen
It
Z
depends on.
terms.
So you okay. You set it to that kind of
I did set it so
thing.
I just downloaded and I did not. It's not my setting. That's the default. Too. It's to tell you. I
Bismillah.
say, what are you talking about? Anyway, shall do the work because at this point I don't even need to know what to say. Just be doing what you're doing because I don't have strength to
But
be
now,
thinking of
now
what you're doing.
you brought out Claude. Some of us only know Chat GPT. Chat
Oh,
GPT.
Chat GPT.
saying
You brought
doing
out
hard
Claude.
yakking, envisioning, and manifesting, calculate. That's what it's telling me now. Like I just asked
Maybe
it. Are you done?
maybe it knows you're Nigerian because this manifesting now,
No.
a Niger
No,
movement.
manifesting is not in
Uh,
Nigeria plain though. It's yeah,
no, no,
to
they
Oh,
say
for
manifest
real?
so yeah.
they say Nigerians use all these highfalutin words like envisioning, manifesting,
Are you serious?
calculating,
Well,
higi
yeah.
haga. Yeah,
When we're trying to hide things, of course, we will not use
higi
See, you
haga.
know,
regular speak.
it's not our fault. Like, remember that, like, when you were speaking vernacular, oh, sorry, when you were growing up and you were speaking like any other type of English that did not require big words, they used to consider you somebody that did not go to school,
Yeah, I
unenlightening,
do.
or
I say
this
this
or
guy is not
that.
it. He's
That's why
speaking
we're
East
taking
and
it up.
West. He said he's speaking
You
East and
carry
West. So
dictionary
I'm
and be
telling
talking
you,
as
East and West English.
if
you have to throw down so that they will know that yes, I'm one
they're
of
so
them. You have
talkative.
to
What is going on, boy?
throw down so that you know what's up. If you don't throw down, people will not respect your gangster. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, welcome. We have the
Thank you.
bicycle or the tricycle is now complete. Not the bicycle. The tricycle is now complete. So Tiara, welcome. And
Thank you.
we talked about this is
Oh,
the
cool down.
worst.
No, we have to get her input. Let's bring you up to speed. Because we have
Don't
to
worry.
hear
We can
your
start from where you stop. Don't worry
no,
about it.
no,
I
no,
have
no, no. We have to hear your take because that's what the our listeners
Yeah, actually, true though.
that's what they tune in for now, different points of view.
fair enough.
And
So
I've heard from some of the listeners that your point of view makes sense. But that's by the by.
Oh,
So
thank
mhm.
you. Yes,
so
yes.
prayers and
so one,
prayers.
we're talking about we're talking about South African thing in in some parts of South Africa where some people from certain part of Nigeria, Igbo Kwenu, they had South
Because
Africans said
someone,
they
yeah.
installed a king, and they were not having it, and there was lots of violence and all that and all that. Thankfully, nobody died, but we were talking about why and how that. So, what's your take on that kind of on that gist exactly? Have you heard about the gist first of all?
I heard about it. I heard about it. I haven't
Uh-huh.
seen it.
Good, good, good.
I think that people are very sensitive. No, sorry, let me start from a place of like before we even zoom into South Africa, let's zoom in like or let's zoom out globally. Everybody is
Hmm.
now forming nationalist, as
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
wants
yeah,
to localize themselves now. I don't know
yeah.
what started that
People
trend
are
or what's
being
going on in the
insular.
world. But everybody just wants to be insular now. I think we overdid the global village thing and now it's just a complete backfire on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that that is I think that the reason why like this maybe not because again South Africa and Nigerians have been having issues for a while. But I think that that's also So two things.
Mhm,
Formerly, South Africans have been complaining that when Nigerians come, they like to dominate
mhm,
their turf, basically. So there's like a turf war. You come instead of it to be low key. Yeah,
mhm,
yeah, a high baller. You're not just a
mhm.
high baller. Yeah, taking away their business, taking away their women, which is very important as a matter of speaking, because it's in law that their women are important. Yeah, popping bottles in the club. You're overdoing. You're overshowing yourself
You're
to like a
overshowing
classic
yourself. You're showing yourself.
Nigerian. Yes,
Yeah,
you're showing
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think they just get pissed a lot that we do that. And then you now come and say in their own country, you came and installed a king in their own country.
yeah, yeah,
You left
yeah,
West Africa, you left East Africa, you left Central Africa, you came to South Africa and decided that you know what I want to do, install a king. And I guess like it just rub
yeah,
people wrong, especially that it is Nigerian. And it's not just that you collect,
yeah.
like if it was something very small, like maybe a Nigerian people leader or something, but a Nigerian king, it rubs, I
Mhm,
guess it rubs them off very wrongly, and that's why like there was
yeah.
violence. But
Mhm,
again, it's not really a South
mhm.
African problem, to be honest. It's just what it is. Everybody's
It's the world.
uncomfortable with
Everybody's.
everybody.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what we were saying. We're like, well, I was like, I can see from both sides. One, he, being Igbo myself, as in, I'm almost sure they were not doing any king to take over anything. Igbo people, even where I am, they always have gatherings and they might say, oh, okay, this person's the chairman of the meeting, this person's secretary. There is no political, they're not trying to take over anything. They do it and they organize themselves into these sort of groups. If somebody dies, they contribute. If somebody's doing end of the year, whatever, whatever. But to the people, to the hosts, they might not see it that way. So it behoves it's the own like we were talking, the onus rests on you to let them know that no, this is we're not doing anything to take over. We're not this
Yeah,
is not a king. This is the chairman of our group or whatever. It's not a king. There's no king. We don't Igbo people don't even have kings
no
anyways.
Yeah.
kings,
So yeah, so it was a communication breakdown.
laps.
These people saw the elephant from one side, these other people saw the elephant from another side, and then everybody, let's sharpen our knives and our sticks and go at
And
it.
go to the streets.
And yeah, yes,
To be fair
exactly. Go
to
to the
the South
streets.
African people, I don't think Nigerians know how to do environment. They're not aware of their environment. And okay, maybe that's
Mm.
like a very big generalization. I'm sure some of you understand the environment. It's not like, but again, when Nigerian people enter this situation, it's very difficult for them to like blend in first and see your environment and behave accordingly. Nigerians will just
Mm.
always be Nigeria. Like it's so difficult to say Nigeria not be Nigeria when there are a lot of Nigerians together. And
So
it's
basically,
it's overpowering for people. Like it's very
wh-
eh, for people.
what you're saying is that Nigerians don't obey when in Rome, behave like the Romans.
Yes, they don't know that.
So
So let them
wherever
know
they are,
that
they
there
will
is
behave like Nigerians.
they will show
Wherever they
if
are, they
you're in
will behave
Rome, they
like
will say, hey, this
Nigerians.
is Nigeria, exactly. This is
Yeah,
Nigeria. This
bro.
is how we want to do. And it's allow me. Like because even in like buildings, if Nigeria is in your building, you know they'll throw party the open window. They'll be play only Afrobeats.
Mm.
There's no yeah,
Mhm.
they don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. They don't. So I think maybe it's a
Word.
learning curve, especially now that like what the world is becoming. Maybe it's a learning curve for us
Hmm.
to like take a step back,
Hmm. Hmm.
understand people before and behave
Well,
accordingly
I hope they will learn because
And
this is not the first
communicate,
time.
and
and
communicate,
communicate.
and communicate.
Yeah,
You
because
have to
this
communicate
is not
because
the
if you,
first time. Because
Mhm.
like we said initially earlier, all they have done a week to the events. Oh, see what we're doing. Oh, it's the New Yam Festival. Blah blah blah. We do this.
And invite them.
Tell
Invite
whoever.
somebody, invite
Invite
people
them.
in,
Bring
see,
them
You know,
in.
see
see what
what's
it
happening.
is.
It's not we're not
So that
hiding. Yeah.
and it's not man, some things you don't need to be taught. You're in a foreign place. Ah, who they in charge of this place? So I beg, see what you want to do. Okay, you won't speak pidgin. You go there and speak English that they can understand. And that's
Yeah.
just it. But we like to enter a place and unfortunately the ones without OT are always more than the ones with OT. You now enter and now Casablanca everywhere. See now. Well, good thing lives were
Yeah.
not lost, but how many people can afford to replace the properties that were lost or the property that was lost? So
Yeah. Especially in South Africa, they could have like some fear, not fear, but some concerns
who?
when they are doing anything. Like Nigeria should have some concerns when you're doing anything in South Africa. I'm not saying
But
it's a good thing. I'm just saying
well,
it is what it is. Be safe.
but then again, I think it's also the intolerance of the South Africans because you've lived with these people for so long. You can't say
Why
these are
should
the
they tolerate
first.
you?
No, no, no. You can't say these are the first Nigerians that you're meeting.
They
That
don't
okay,
want
they
to,
are
like, they
throwing a
don't
party.
understand. It's not
No,
an
but that's the
intolerance thing.
thing.
They don't
But
want anybody else for their people.
but how can they not want anybody? I didn't. I don't. Their people travel
Everybody doesn't
everywhere.
want their people, but their people. Do you understand what is like? Everybody is like, I don't want any other people but my people, except Nigerians. And you're like, you know what? Sure, criminals, bring them in. You know, bring
Once
them.
again,
We want.
it's down to when a place is not doing well, the first people they blame are the foreigners. And the South African economy is not doing great. And then you're here. You people are balling. You people are selling drugs. You are making noise. You are now, are now crowning kings. Oh no, this is too much. So yeah. So it's a big stew of everything. The economy is not doing great. You people are not communicating properly. Well, we already are looking at you with side eye.
But like I said,
Boom.
let's clarify that nobody was crowning any king. It was the New Yam Festival. It wasn't a
Yeah,
crowning of.
but don't it
This is
was
the point. This
in
Yeah,
court.
so that's
No,
what
no.
I'm saying.
Igbo King was in
Trying
court.
to. You see, it wasn't a
Igbo
king.
King was in court. No, like he might
No,
have come
no,
up,
it
someone might
wasn't.
have
No, it
joked
wasn't
about
in
it.
Koto. They were not playing. That was actually their grounds. They
No, you don't
actually
understand
thought
what I'm
it was.
saying. Like the Igbo people might be doing New Year festival, right?
Yeah.
They might have, in quotes, called it Igbo King.
No,
Someone
no,
might have alluded to an Igbo King
no.
But this
that they
is
made it
what we're
Kingsley
talking
Festival.
about. This
Not
is what
the
we're talking about
Igbos.
communication.
Yes,
This is what we're
that's
talking
what
about
I'm trying to say.
communication.
That's what I'm trying to pass across. That people know it wasn't. Igbos do not even. Okay, well, Hannah shares
They
that.
do.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly.
They do chiefs and all of
They do
that.
what?
They have kings. You have kings. You have Eze.
No,
Yeah,
it's no, no,
no,
no,
that is not
no,
really.
it's
Is a chief.
it's not any king.
And
It's not
and
any king
everybody and everybody
in the
can be
worldly
chief.
sense of it.
That chief that you everybody can be that chief. So it's not
It's
like
not chief. I said
Basically.
that you people have Ezes, right? And that's like the leader of the community.
that's the
That is literally
Uh-huh.
what a king is. The
no.
problem with I think the problem with you people
They can
the
bring
way you
him
people
down
see
the next
king.
day. They can
Hold
bring him
on.
down the next day. Nobody's sending
That's fine.
Papa.
Yeah, you were saying.
Oh God.
No. You can bring in kings too in any other state. Like you can the king can be thrown away today and another person is installed. The only difference in the kingship that people do and the kingship that like is predominant in
The rest of
most of Nigeria is that, especially maybe not the rest, because I know South too, they have a way they do their leadership that doesn't necessarily tie in the way we think about kings. I think that the way we think about kings is like in a unquestionable person leader. And so you want to like
Mhm.
remove yourself from having somebody that is unquestionable as a leader. That's a Yoruba thing. And I think that just got lost, that everybody now thinks that when they say there is a king, it's somebody that is a leader that is unquestionable. That's just a Yoruba thing. But you people have a leader. And in the local term of it, the leader of a place in Nigeria is the king.
okay.
Ah,
Whether
Wait,
he's questionable,
yes
unquestionable,
and
throwing,
no.
you can
Yes
throw him
and no.
away, doesn't matter.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm thinking back to where we're from. Who is going to stand up and say he's the king? My friend, you must see that. Who's king of who? You understand? King of where? King of
Mm.
what? How? No, it's not.
King who?
So that
King
you can,
who?
there are titles, the titles, and people can aspire to different titles. And yeah, so some titles are higher than others, but you won't say I'm the boss here. My word is law. I'm king. They'll be like, my friend, who died and made you this? Do you understand? So, no. So, but yes, there are people that when they talk, when they reach certain heights, yeah, when they talk, yeah, the word that, but it's not like You say he has said it. Everybody go and sleep because his word is law. Mehi. That's not what they do. That's not what
You
those
should
red
go and
earth
tell
people do.
Nollywood to go and change how you people do the
The
Nollywood movie
narrative.
because in the Nollywood that all of us know, there's usually one king and he has a son that is eyeing a house girl and he wants the son to marry. That's the knowledge that we have. That's the knowledge that we have.
But you're right too. That's what Nollywood passes across. But hmm,
Anyway,
okay.
so we
Well,
were on the
yeah.
catch up. Then what next did we talk about? Yes, the Joss incident.